100%. There's a piano in my office, and when I need a break, I sit and play the piano and shut the door, and like that's one of the ways I reset.
Art gives us space to breathe, to be ourselves, and to find joy. But what if that space isn't available to everyone? Most young people spend the majority of their waking hours outside of school. But not every youth has access to a safe, supportive space once the school day ends. In St. Paul and across the country, barriers like cost, transportation, and school budget cuts mean that many students, especially those from low-income families, miss out on enrichment opportunities that help them grow. The highest income families spend nearly 7 times more on activities like music, sports, and the arts. That's not just a gap in access, it's a gap in opportunity. But it doesn't have to be that way. Out-of-school time programs, especially in the arts, are proven to build confidence, improve academic outcomes, and support youth mental health. We invited 2 community leaders who know how powerful youth programs can be, because they've seen the impact and lived it too. Here's what they shared.
I feel really blessed to have grown up in a city just full of adults who were determined to see me succeed, whether I wanted to or not. In St. Paul, growing up, I had the ability to try it all and find out what I loved and find out what maybe I didn't, like that much, and just kind of explore. And I thought I was learning about storytelling. I thought I was learning about creative writing. I thought I was learning about acting. I was learning about me.
I think about how and what influenced me as a child, what has been able to drive me into the space that I am now has been the arts as medicine.
Arts education is always kind of one of the first things on the chopping block. And that's unfortunate because arts education is so critical. It's so important.
When you try to not fund what works for us, like our loud drums, like the beats that we blast, you're disabling the growth. And when you fuel that, you see the impact of kids improving through literacy, improving through cooperation, improving literally physically, emotionally, mentally healthier.
I remember being in school and seeing friends get in trouble for things that were maybe, in fairness, negative manifestations, but of some really incredible skills. Of being able to think on their feet, of being able to be hilarious, of being able to be a leader of their peers. And I would see my friends get in trouble for those things. And some of those same friends were the ones who thrived in the arts organizations because the arts organizations always knew how to harness the skills. One of the reasons I'm really a big fan of communication is because I also grew up very much in the arts. And in the arts, we are sharing with young people how to take the things that they feel and send them out into the world to communicate them, to convey them in a way that is healthy, in a way that is positive, in a way that is stress relieving, and specifically with communication, in a way that is harmonious.
Give it a chance within the children, because the empowerment of arts creates a liberation. It's a connection. We have a drum that we're born with, and it's our heart. And why wouldn't you want to connect that heart and rhythm with your fellow neighbor?
When our young people see in our community a crisis like the murder of George Floyd, when our young people have to carry the stress of not knowing that they can safely go to school, maybe because of their sexual orientation or maybe because of their immigration status, when our young people go to school knowing that their classmates may not have a place to sleep tonight. That is such a heavy burden for our children to bear. I say all of that just to say that if we understand now to be one of the most volatile, divisive moments that we've ever seen, then that makes right now one of the most critical times we've ever experienced for our young people to know how to express themselves in healthy ways. They're gonna express themselves. They're gonna channel that stress. They're going to put that energy somewhere. And I sure prefer them to use it to create.